Welcome to local search engine optimization plans. So we offer, yes, local SEO, but also within the local SEO, it also addresses the client's need for reviews and their reputation component of their local presence online. It addresses their social media presence needs. It also addresses their Google My Business listing optimization strategy to make sure that they have the best odds of ranking in that snack pack on page one. And of course, it's targeting the organic search engine results primarily on Google, but also other search engines, to make sure that they are also getting as much local organic traffic as possible. Plans start as low as $149 a month and go up to $549. So wholesale pricing is in black. Suggested retail pricing is in red, although that's suggested. You're able to price these solutions to your clients at whatever rate you wish to charge. You charge your client, you get paid, you pay us. That's how it works. Now, the below mentioned deliverables cover a 6-month span. Keep that in mind. But the minimum contract period is not 6 months. Minimum contract period is just month to month. So if you paid for 1 month, you could cancel at the end of that 1 month, or by not paying for the next month, you are canceling, not having that project running anymore, right? So these plans are month to month. Now, all of the plans are for locally based clients, meaning they're probably brick and mortar. Their clientele are local. So local basic and local one are for your lower competition local clients. Maybe they're in a city of a population, for example, less than 50,000 or so, and there's not as much competition locally, which probably is indicative by the size of the city, give or take. So if they're in a smaller city, they may be able to get by with a smaller package, whereas if they're in a bigger city, they probably are going to want a more aggressive package. If they happen to have 2 locations, then they're going to want the local 2, for example. If they have 3 or 4 locations, or they happen to be in a more competitive city, they would want to go with the larger packages, regional 1 or 2. Target keywords as specified. These are total target keywords. So keywords are broken down by primary keywords and secondary keywords. So in other words, we'll look at local basic. There's 5 primary keywords and 20 secondary keywords, meaning that for every primary keyword, there's 4 secondary keywords. And how does that work? It's by keyword grouping. So you could look at as in for 25 total keywords, there's 5 keyword groups, right? So maybe a primary keyword would be, for a dentist, a primary keyword may be teeth whitening, which means it's going to have 4 secondary keywords for teeth whitening, which might be teeth bleaching, laser teeth whitening, the best teeth whitening, etc., which are pretty much longer tail keywords. So that's how the keywords work. From there on down, call tracking is additional at $5 a month per call tracking number. For the first call tracking number, if you want more than 1 call tracking numbers, you'll pay additional for it. Now, keep in mind there's a dashboard access for call tracking. If you're ever wanting to know what any of the dashboard features for SEO looks like, remember you have demo accounts in here. You can always go to your home, go down, click on a demo project, and if you're wondering, for example, oh, what's call tracking look like? Well, scroll through these navigation until you find it. Lead tracking, call tracking. You can take a look at it. And you'll see that within call tracking, it's like any other robust solution. Tracks everything, records the phone calls, receives text messages, and allows you to track lead sources. So that's important. If you want to be able to track a full lead source for local SEO lead source tracking, it's tracked by the amount of phone calls, forms filled out, and live chats that have been instigated. And then lead tracking is monitored from the dashboard. You see call tracking here, lead form tracking here, and also how many live chats have been instigated. Okay, so call tracking, $15 a month for the first number as an add-on. If you want more than one call tracking number, it's an additional $5 a month per number. Retargeting setup comes with the larger packages, but if you want retargeting setup in the lower ones, you can request it for additional cost. Web form conversion tracking. You'll have to jump into a demo account and look at how advanced our web form tracking is. Web form tracking is tracked with our dashboard. It's setting up custom web forms on the website, like their Contact Us form or other forms. And then we can track how many leads come through there, the form submission, all kinds of analytics, where they come from to land on that page, etc. That's included. Google Analytics is included, but not just Google Analytics that's the free Google Analytics, but Google Analytics that's integrated on the dashboard that you can give the client access to with your white label on it. Call it your analytics if you want to. So again, you can go into your demo project and look at the Google Analytics that's in here. A much nicer interface than Google Analytics because it's not overly complicated. We take and extract out all of the must-see information from Google Analytics, makes it easier to look at, and we bring in everything from traffic sources, mobile technology, behavior, even goal tracking. So when we say Google Analytics, we mean not only installation on the website, but inside of our dashboard as well. Heat maps, heat map tracking on the larger packages, as well as scroll map, overlay report, confetti report, user testing video. Now, the heat map report, well, it's on the example reporting. It's also going to be in here, I believe, in analytics heat map. It's just showing you where people are clicking on the website. It's a great piece of information for consulting. The scroll map report would be showing how far down and what concentration of the site people are scrolling on. An overlay report is showing where people are clicking on what elements. Confetti report is showing dots on a website image that shows you where people are clicking based on where they came from to land on the page. Very interesting. And user testing videos going through the site on just an overview, recommendations for changing, upgrading the site, and just pretty much kind of a QA testing video. And then advanced website conversion optimization report is an additional that can be covered underneath conversion optimization in a separate video. So if we're going to talk about on-page optimization, of course, for any organic SEO campaign, including local SEO, on-page optimization is a requirement. Even for Google My Business Listing optimization, on-page optimization on the corresponding website is a ranking factor. So this is important. We do access the website directly and do on-page changes based on difficulty and how detailed we are, depends on the package level. But we do deal with the rich snippets or the local schema markup, backlink analysis, on-site blog setup if necessary for the larger campaigns. And then we get into some content marketing. So depending on the package level, we'll be writing content for the website itself to optimize the most important key pages on the website for their top keywords, and how much of those pages and optimization do we do depends on the package level. And then we also do blog article writing for the website itself, as well as for offsite blogs. And then once the content is written and published on the site, we share that out through social media accounts to get further awareness and distribution on the content. We also write a press release and distribute that press release to multiple press release sites. If you want a breakdown of a bit of a further written breakdown of each line item here, while we're still working on a new dashboard layout on services, you can go to the agency platform website at agencyplatform.com, go to pricing, click local SEO, and you'll see the same package layout, but off of our website, you would see that there are comment boxes added. So if you did want a separate reference that had a written description on what each individual line item is, that's where you're going to find it for the time being until we update the dashboard more. Okay. Further, content creation, which helps us in internal or external backlink building, infographic creation, distribution. So we'll create an infographic. This is an example of an infographic created. So we create great infographics, which really can generate some high quality backlinks. And the infographic is then published to key social media and social sharing sites. And then a magazine/news placement is done, which is pretty much an article write-up about the client's company featured on a local business news magazine site, which helps for backlinks as well. And then Q&A posting. So questions and answers are drafted up and published to specific sites that address questions and answers for further backlink generation. And then we get into local search website optimization for directories. So within the dashboard, you'll notice that we analyze your client's local directory presence. What directories are they listed in? What has inaccurate business information or duplicate business listings, or which ones are they not in? We have a full analysis report that goes out on that, included in your SEO report. We also have a dashboard section, and we make sure that not only do they have all of their primary directories created that they need, but also we deal with things like duplicate directories, non-claim directories, getting access to directories your client doesn't have access to, mismatching business information found online. The entire nightmare directory situation that, if you've ever dealt with directory setup and analysis, we deal with it manually for everything, even making sure that it gets verified by making sure the postcard or the phone number goes out and reminding you or the client to provide the information to get it verified. So we don't use data aggregators, automated directory setups. Every directory created by us is created by hand. We hand over the password and the access the way that it should be done. The primary directories, of course, you want to make sure that you're set up in Google My Business Listing, Bing, Apple Maps, Facebook, and Facebook local listing optimization. So the business profile is created, fully populated, optimized, and we make sure that it's verified. And then we also make sure that all of the authority business listings are set up. Beyond that, local citation building over the 6-month period, over 100 additional local citations that are on the top list of local directories and review sites that you would want your client to be in. We set those up by hand over the 6-month period. And then beyond that, we also have our own directories that we can set your clients up in with the NAP syndication. Review widget is included in every single campaign. And what is the review widget? Well, it's not just a review widget. It's having the ability to have positive reviews show up on your client site, ask people to leave reviews from your client site, but also it's the entire review management portion of the dashboard. So you can allow your client to come into the dashboard, upload their list of contacts, solicit for reviews for their clients through email and text message, and track it the whole 9 yards, which you would be able to see it if you go into demo account, go into digital reputation, visibility and reviews, and from there, you'll be able to see, for example, on visibility, all of the reviews tracking that is there, but also the review tracking, how to respond to a review, share a review to social media, click to publish the review on the website through the review widget, and even social sentiment analysis comes along with it. But beyond that, on the review, digital reputation, of course, remember this comes with the ability to track reviews that you request, how many people responded based on uploading the client contact list, emailing them, text messaging them, asking them where to leave reviews, receiving the feedback, etc. It's a full-blown reputation management system that comes with your local SEO campaign. So it's more than just a review widget. Coupon distribution. We create and distribute coupons to more than 10 coupon sites. Have a list of startup business listings that we can submit your client into, even if they're not a startup. Why not? It builds more links. And more under link strategy. So website social sharing. We socially share key pages of the website to social media accounts to help with social links and also hopefully to create some inbound traffic. A slideshow style video is created and published on up to 10 social or video sites and also published into the YouTube channel, of course, and optimized as well. So hopefully that video would even be ranking, preferably on page 1 for some of the client's keywords. PowerPoint creation and distribution. So a PowerPoint is also created. And by the way, the PowerPoint is what's used for the slideshow in the video. And there is music added to the video. PowerPoint is created, which is the slideshow to the video, and it's distributed on up to 10 PowerPoint distribution websites. These both help with backlinks as well. Additional social profiles are created. The local social community and the social community are created on sites such as Google+ and Alignable, and relevant industry-specific information and content is shared to these social communities that are set up. That helps to formulate industry-relevant links back to the website. Now, for Regional 1 and 2, the top 2 packages for local, there's an entire social media management component, which consists of designing and the setup of your primary social media accounts from Facebook to Twitter, YouTube, even Pinterest, and then publishing content to the social media accounts. For line item breakdowns on each one of these, to further explain what we do and to save time on this video, make sure to navigate over to the agencyplatform.com site, scroll down white label services to local SEO, and you can read line item by line item what each one of these is. So if you have a client that's needing their social media presence set up and they don't have any publishing going on and they're asking for you to do that, I would recommend going with a larger local SEO campaign because it includes the social media management as well. And then, so for the reporting, we provide weekly and monthly reporting. Support through email, chat, and telephone as usual. But let's go through the weekly and monthly reporting because this is great. And well, not to mention, of course, you have this entire dashboard that you can go through, which is really impressive for everything on a local SEO campaign that is gone through in separate dashboard tutorial videos. What I'm going to go through with you is going to be the reporting. So let me come into here and grab a weekly report to check out real quick. So the weekly reports can be configured to go directly to your client as well as you. They're also located in your dashboard, of course, but of course they're in PDF format because that's going to be the easiest for the client to look at. So if we crack this open, you'll see that we're going to give a keyword overview. So where's their current rankings on their keywords and what is the top change? And you'll notice we just pull that out for 5 keywords and then we give a written description on movement globally on all of their keywords. From here, they can click to download all of their keyword rankings in CSV or PDF. Of course, they could also visit their dashboard if you give the client access. It's going to detail what tasks have been completed for that week, how many new links have been created, and how much content's been created. Beyond that, it's going to give an update on the visibility audit. So how many directory listings were found with missing or wrong or correct information, and also give them a review update. Beyond the review update, it's going to give them an overview on their social sentiment analysis online, as well as forum analytics. So how many people landed on the page that had the form on it, how many people completed the form, and then we get into call tracking. Well, and this is another reason why it's a really good idea to add call tracking, because if you do, it's going to show up on weekly and monthly reporting, which is great. And then we have a bit about social analytics if they're activated. Beyond that, one of the great things about our local SEO reporting is that we pull in Google My Business listing insights. So you don't have to log into the Google My Business interface and pull out this data. So beyond just local organic SEO reporting, again, a lot of the strategies involved in the local SEO is to increase ranking and visibility of the GMB, or Google My Business listing. So we pull out the top insights that your client would want to see, such as, well, on your Google My Business listing, how many people clicked to visit the website? How many people clicked to request directions or clicked to make a phone call? How many total views from search or maps did they get? And more from a search breakdown. And this is their weekly report. So, instead of your client wondering, what's going on with my campaign? I wonder if they're working on it. What's my progress? And then waiting for you to check in with them once a month. What if they got a weekly report that looked like this with all their information integrated? Beautiful report. So that's the weekly report. And then if we were to take a look at a monthly report. So let's take a look at what a monthly SEO report would look like. And here we go. So on the monthly SEO campaign report, they have their logo up there, report period, and we're going to give an overview of on-page, SEO rankings, off-page article writing, social media, and reputation monitoring. We'll give a score on an overview breakdown, and then we're going to break down top areas for concern, which would be being addressed, top on-page issues, and then a big search engine rankings breakdown. So total keywords, how many are ranking on the first page, on the second page, how many keywords have had an improvement, and how many keywords had a decline. And this goes on and on from Bing, Yahoo, and Google. And then we give them a visibility overview. How are they doing on all their directories? Again, this is included in the management. Further directory breakdown. And then the review breakdown. So as opposed to the weekly analysis that just gives them a higher overview, this is going to give them the most recent 5 reviews that have been left. And a social mention breakdown, which is pretty much going to be a breakdown of what the system's picking up that's been recently published about them. And most likely who is going to be recently publishing things about them? You and their SEO campaign as a directory listing or as a press release or as a blog post. It's going to be picked up from here. So it's a kind of another way of showing a cool way to interpret a work report. Speaking of work reports, our work reports are all integrated into the system and nicely formatted. So social bookmarks, nicely formatted. Click the URL. Social media postings, click the URL. Heat map, click here to view it in the full view in the dashboard. This is your overlay report, which is highlighting different elements that people are clicking on. Again, click here to view the full report. Scroll map image report, click the full report. Confetti report, example's not in here, but you can click to see the full report. Social profile links, premium one-way links, click to see. Local search engine submissions, and on-page optimization. So even on on-page tasks, we format them out, put them in a really nice reporting format, new optimization tag, all nice and neat. And then some additional work done. Social media stats overview. So depending on what you have activated within your dashboard will also modify what's on the monthly report. So for example, if you would have the form tracking or call tracking or other portions activated, it would also modify what's on the report. So reporting is absolutely massive. And If you're not sure what all the dashboard components come with a local SEO report, make sure that you watch the dashboard overview videos, because everything in the dashboard that comes with SEO, keyword ranking, link acquisition, SEO KPI report, the entire digital reputation suite, the entire social suite, all of the analytics that you see here, all of the lead tracking, including live chat, reporting, and management, lead form tracking with full analytics. All of this is included in a local SEO campaign. So make sure you jump into the dashboard tutorial videos and learn everything that's included in the dashboard, because everything that's included in that dashboard comes for free when you run a local SEO campaign. So that's the local SEO overview. If you have further questions, you're welcome to reach out to sales, and they'll be happy to answer all of your questions.